Hey everyone, welcome to another review time review. I'm iSlip, and this is something I could probably do as a review time on the go, but seeing as how everything looks like crap outside, um, because of the weather and all that stuff, I've decided to just go ahead and do this at home. So today, or right now, I'm going to be reviewing this figure, Transformers Energon Cruellock. And Cruellock is a Terracon. He's a Decepticon allied Terracon, meaning he generally works with the Decepticons. Um, Now, this has probably been pointed out before, and I'm going to point it out as well. This very much looks like the American Godzilla. Y'all remember the American Godzilla, right? Gave birth to a billion eggs and then died when let's see, was it two F-22 Raptors? I think it was. Uh, Put sidewinders in its side. Seriously? You know what the hell is wrong with American filmmakers always trying to make everything realistic? You mess up comic book movies because you're trying to make them realistic. You're trying to tone them down so they can fit in the real world. Hello, it's a comic book. It's not supposed to be real. It's fantasy. And they changed things and whatever. And they did the same thing with Godzilla. Apparently, they thought Godzilla was, I don't know what they thought, but, and the design wasn't too bad. I kind of liked it took a while, but I kind of liked the giant lizard dinosaur design. But, then they just went and screwed it up with the whole having a billion babies and dying. But anyway, this thing looks like a robo version of that. Just with glowy energon bits covering parts. It's pretty. I think it looks pretty cool. This thing was recolored into a Doom Lock, which I guess was the powered up version. The mouth opens just a little bit, not a lot, not a lot. You can see he's got the whole Godzilla giant jaw chin and the weird, yeah, even some spikes. Could use a few more spikes, but all things considered, yeah. To be honest with you, the whole reason I got this figure was because it looks like the what do you call it? The American Godzilla. So it was the first time I went to a movie theater and I almost cried because I said, it wasn't so much when they brought him out. I mean, I was disappointed with the Benji music, but when the first showing of the movie, he had a different roar. He didn't have the Godzilla roar. He had some other roar, and I was like, oh my god, they broke him. And then they killed him, and I was like, oh my god, they broke him. So, anyway, enough of that. Back onto the figure. Sorry about that. He comes with an Energon star right here. He's got his robot weapon in the tail. Nice touch. And that's about it. Articulation, 360 at the shoulder, which is the same for the robot mode. Arms go in and out, same for the robot. Ball joint, so he rotates 360, and that's it. Legs are actually, there's actually a swivel at the hip, believe it or not. Hip guard rotates. Leg rotates at the hip. It's on a ball joint, so it can do all sorts of things. The knee is on a regular swivel. It goes like that far forward and that far back. The ankle for the foot goes like that. Now the foot has a little ball joint in there, but it does nothing. It's just to hold it in, so don't try to turn it. I tried. Almost broke it. We'll take that out, and I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there it is. He's got a Decepticon Spark Crystal or whatever that is. And that's about it. So, transformation is as follows. We'll come over here. We're going to split open the tail, just like this. And I guess it just kind of hangs there. Yeah, it just kind of hangs there. And I guess you can split it up. It's like this. You take the Energon pieces out. And this part is always a hard one to get out. Get you out. Because plugs in there really tightly. Come on, out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay. And, you know, it's kind of... Oh, we just put it out like this for now. And then when you push the hips in, automorph. So you squeeze that together. And the head kind of just hangs there. Wish it would go back more, but it does. Oh. Okay, forget I said. Oh. And that's pretty much it. Get these out and just kind of there. There's not really much you can do with them. I've seen pictures where they're kind of turned in a bit, but not really much you can do about that. So I just kind of leave them hanging like that, like guards. And pretty much that's it. Oops. And if I fix his leg, he'll stand better. So this is, oops, this be Doomlock. And there's his face right there. So he's got no real mouth. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Transformers Armada. What do you call it? Transformers animated Grimlock. His mouth, a little bit. All right. So then you've got these things, which you can put in his hand as. Oh, I have to turn it like this because of these claws. You can't really get it in properly. So you can hold it. Nope, you can't. There we go. We'll just do it like that. And he has a sword, which is always going to go sideways. And a little gun. A little pistol. Which he can hold like that. So those are his weapons. And then you can combine the two. After breaking his arm off. Whoops. You can combine the two into one super weapon. Just like that. Combine them, and then the sword is now bigger than his body. And of course, his ball joints, you know what? Let's try it on the other side. His ball joint on his right arm, very bad. Ball joint on the left works okay. So you can get some decent poses out of him. He is posable because he is a figure with lots of joints and things like that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. I could not. I think this figure is not a must-have, but I think it's an interesting own. I really do. So, you know, if you can find them for cheap, usually they're pretty cheap, I'd say go ahead and get them. If you're a Godzilla fan, well, if you happen to like the American Godzilla, I don't know, he's cool. He's got, you know, the resemblance. I like that. I do. Yeah, I mean, I can't say he's a must-have. He's not a must-have. He's an interesting little thing. And if you get enough of the Terracons together, you can piece them together and make an Energon Abominus. That has been done. And someday maybe I will do that. But right now, I don't care about that. I just want this guy. So that's it. That's my review of this figure. It's a nice little figure. It's fun. It's cool. It's, you know, army build. Hey, it's dinosaurs. So why not? You know, if you want an army of something deadly, dinosaurs, hello. On the show, they seem more raptor-like. They seem less Godzilla-y-like. But, yeah, they're still pretty cool. So that's it. I'm Icelip. I like it. I'd give it a thumbs up, but I don't really care. So